Wait, now.
It seems that Ranger Fred
Movie
won't be able to
adventure.
join us today
This
as
is Ted and
planned, but
Fred's Ranger Adventure.
he's asked
Ranger
me to
Adventure.
take over and fill his shoes for him.
Yay! Oh, yay!
Very experienced, very knowledgeable, very hard to fill shoes. Excuse me. I can do this. I've been trained. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah. 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 Everybody, welcome to Yosemite.
Yay!
All right. So, is anyone here having experience putting on a show? Are there any actors here?
I'm an actor.
You're an actor? Really? Oh, come on up here. Okay. Wow, I can't believe it. An actor. We should get a microphone for this actor. All right.
Oh, it's kind of loud. Hey, what's your name?
Bob?
Bob? Bob, where are you from, Bob?
Portland.
All right, nice to meet you, Bob. I'm Ranger Ned.
Nice to meet you.
All right, so Bob, you've done some acting?
Yeah, when I was a kid,
Okay, what'd you do?
I played Shakespeare in my elementary school play.
Oh, you did some Shakespeare. That's great. Yeah, let's give Bob a round of applause for that. That's great. All right, so I'll give the mic to you and go ahead, recite something for us.
Let me see.
Oh. Okay, Bob, let's try this another way, okay? Can you play a man? A woman? A monster? An animal? Oh!
Congratulations, Bob.
Where was
Hi.
that?
That was the easiest audition I've ever had. Thank you. You're very welcome. Come on over here. We'll put this mic over here. Okay. And there on the table here, we have a script for you. Take that.
Okay.
Come on back here. Just go over that. We've got costumes. We've got props. Just take a look at that. All right. Don't worry, Bob. Just follow my lead. And, we're doing a show about one of the most beautiful places on Earth. What could go wrong, right? Right. All right. Get back in there. All right. Good job, Bob. Thanks. I think we're going to need maybe one more helper to help us with the show
You
today.
wanna go
a
help,
volunteer,
Mark?
maybe
You
a
wanna
little
raise your
younger
hand?
than Bob.
Yeah.
Is anybody great? That's a perfect age.
This
So I
is
want you
Taylor
to,
helping out.
hold
She's
up your hand
almost
like
11.
this. All right, Taylor, I hereby deputize you as a temporary junior assistant ranger by virtue of your willingness to help, your courage in the face of the unknown, and your trust in me. All right. No, but don't worry, Taylor. You're going to be great. And just to show you, our appreciation, we have a special token, an official uniform. This is your temporary junior assistant ranger vest. It's genuine and certified. Followed by your genuine certified temporary junior assistant ranger raccoon skin cap. All right?
All right.
Don't you look good?
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Taylor. All right, we've got our cast. We've got some props. Doesn't make noise, but good try. All right. So, Taylor, how about if I have you shake?
Good.
When I say go Thunder, ready? Go Thunder! Awesome!
Yeah.
When I say go Thunder, I want you to count 1 Yosemite, 2 Yosemite, 3 Yosemite in your head and then stop while you're shaking it, okay? All right, we can do that. Okay, so we've got everything together. We've got our cast, we got props, we have sound effects.
Nice.
And we have the most beautiful subject matter of all, Mother Nature. All right.
Yeah.
Now, where do we begin? Oh, let's begin at the beginning with a geological ballet. All right. Imagine. Go Thunder! 500 million years ago, Yosemite was at the bottom of a swirling ocean.
You see it over here on the left? Yeah, that's on the left. Look, the gentleman all dressed up.
It slowly evolved from that ocean floor into rolling hills. And eventually, the majestic Sierra Nevada mountain range. All right, imagine, go Thunder! 3 million years ago, during the Ice Ages.
It's a stop. It's too cold.
Huge glaciers carved canyons and valleys. The force of the glaciers was so powerful that the scars from their movement can still be seen today across the faces of the granite. Right there! Imagine! Go Thunder! 500,000, no, 10,000 years ago, the glaciers melt. Leaving rocks and debris behind. The runoff water plunges off the newly exposed cliffs, creating Yosemite's magnificent waterfalls. Waterfalls. Bob, ladies and gentlemen!
Yay!
And Taylor! He was a European-American explorer. He left his hometown to visit the valley in 1855, and within a year, he quit his job in Mariposa and moved to the valley exclusively. He was so impressed with the natural beauty and wonder of the valley that he worked for the rest of his life for its conservation and protection. Now, I often wonder what it was like for Galen Clark to see the valley for the first time. You know, they say that he was part scientist, part philosopher, part savant. But what was it like for him to visit the valley and then climb up to the rim of those ancient rocky faces? To enter the Mariposa Grove and see the giant sequoias for the first time. I've never seen any living thing as fast as these trees. It must have taken them centuries for them to reach this enormity. Their roots must go deep. If I listen closely, I can almost hear their spirits.
Welcome, stranger. Who are you? What brings you to our home?
Oh, my name is Galen Clark. I'm an explorer, a traveler, a lover of nature.
And where have you come from? From far away, I think. I've never seen a man with skin or clothing like yours.
Oh, yes! My people are originally from across the sea. But I am from a place called New Hampshire, which is close to the eastern edge of this continent.
And why have you come here?
To see and to explore and enjoy the beauty of nature. And I've never seen any living thing like you before. How long have you been here? What do you call?
We are called Sequoia. We have been here for thousands of years. I myself have been here watching over this grove for nearly 3,000 years, observing the changes as winter turns to spring, as new herds of mule deer are born and die, and as our young sprout. Oh, come out here, young sprout. As our young sprout from cone to sapling to grand towering sequoias.
You say you've never seen a man like me before, but you have seen men.
Oh, yes. There have been people in this valley for generations, friends of the trees who respect the natural order of things and live in harmony with nature. Like my friend, Tanaya.
Oh, the Awanichi tribe. Yes, our people have met.
Will more of your people be coming into our home now?
Oh, almost certainly. But I will do everything I can to make sure that we too can live in harmony with the forest.
We shall see.
May I come back and visit you?
Oh, as often as you like.
And may I call you the Grizzly Giant?
The Grizzly Giant. Do you like that name? Oh, that's a fine name. Thank you.
I'll be back to learn all I can about this grove.
Farewell for now, then. Come, young sapling. Let me show you the rest of the forest.
And preserving the valley for the next 50 years. And it was said that he knew more than anyone about the flora and fauna of the area. Now, thanks to his diligence, in 1864, President Lincoln signed the Yosemite Land Grant Act, which he passed into law.
Oh, look at this.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome.
Yosemite Valley and the Mariposa Grove became the first area anywhere in the United States that was specifically preserved by a government and set aside for their natural beauty. Now that led to the beginnings of the idea of the national park system and eventually the institution of the park ranger. Now the man we think of as the first park ranger was Rocky Mountain Harry S. Yount. He was a government gamekeeper, and in 1880, he spent the entire winter in Yellowstone protecting the wildlife from poachers. Now, can you imagine Harry S. Yount all alone in the wilderness? Walking through the grassy meadows in the summertime? Hearing the autumn leaves underfoot as he stepped through the forest in the fall. Then winter arrives, trudging up those snowy hills. And finally, spring. A beautiful scene before him of mountains and trees. Harry hears the snap of a twig. A mule deer and her fawn emerge from the trees.
There! I can see their breath as they scan the horizon. Shh, quiet! After only 14 months on the job, I resigned from the position, reporting to officials that, gentlemen of the Congress, I do not think that any one man, specifically designated as a gamekeeper, is what is needed, but a small and reliable police force of men is really the practical way of seeing that the game is protected from wanton slaughter, the forests from careless use of fire, and the enforcement of all other laws, rules, and regulations for the protection and the improvement of the park.
With this statement, Harry Yount was eventually responsible for today's institution of the proud park rangers, who number in the thousands and can be found in our nation's forests, mountains, in the air, and even underwater.
Really?
You really started something there, Mr. Yount.
Seems like I did. And I couldn't be more proud.
You should be. There's even an award named after you, given annually to the ranger who best displays the art of rangering.
And this is what the modern ranger wears? The hat? Patch? I like it. Well, I've got to be going. Like you, I've got a forest to attend to.
Good luck, Harry. He's one of my heroes. I bet he can name every plant and animal in this valley. I've been trying to live up to his example. Oh, I've got something for you, actually. Does anybody know what this is?
Granite.
Granite! Yes, my pride and joy, granite. Igneous plutonium down in the earth for thousands and thousands of years before it got the chance to rise up. Which is how I felt for many years being in ranger school. It's a stew of biotite, mica, feldspar, and quartz. And here you are. You guys can pass that around. Yeah, that was one-time fire, so it was really, really hot. All right, let's see. How about this? Anybody? Pine cone. Does anyone know what type of pine cone? Yes! Ponderosa pine cone. And the ponderosas are here in the valley. They're all around. You can tell them by the jigsaw-like bark. But you can also tell ponderosa pine down here. When you look at the pine needles, they all come in threes. And like the white pine has 5. So you'll know it's ponderosa pine. It is it's called a conifer, which means cone-bearing, by the type of leaves, or the type of needles, the threes. And actually, I'll pass it over here. And they reach about, 175 to 200 feet. So they're a lot of fun. I have one more. Does anybody know what this is? It was what? Actually, this was a wing of a barnyard owl. It was a barn owl, actually. Take the yard off. Now, you can see that it's spotted and white, only a little bit, so it's to camouflage when it's flying at night. And the reason it was called barn owl, rather, is because they were commonly found in barns and in church steeples.
Bully!
Excuse me, I'll pass this over here. President Roosevelt? Theodore Roosevelt, is that you?
Oh, whoa, buddy! It sure is. Shh. Don't tell anyone. I'm incognito.
So what are you doing in here?
Well, I've been hearing
Go ahead
about
and
this
take it,
place for
Mark.
some time now. And I thought I'd come and see.
Can you show me the pine? At the rock?
You came all the way from Washington, D.C.?
I sure did. It's been a fine trip. You know, I've always loved the outdoors. Hiking, fishing, hunting, sleeping under the stars. And my friend, John Muir here, has been kind enough to show me around this beautiful valley. Shh. Who's that? What was that? Oh, must have been the wind this time.
Who are you hiding from, sir?
Everybody. I didn't come all this way to Yosemite to spend all day with a bunch of reporters and photographers. Or my staff, for that matter. You should have been there.
What happened?
When everybody found out I was coming, there was this whole hoopla planned. The press, the Secret Service, bunch of local big shots planned a big formal reception at the hotel in Wawona. We toured the sequoia groves. Still madness! When everybody headed back to the hotel,
Mark, you get it past their head in front of you. This lady
gave them the slip and sneaked off. Bully! Even away from my cavalry, the Buffalo Soldiers. Into the wilderness we went, alone for a few days. Never even went to their fancy party.
Sir!
Son, I did not come to some of the most untouched wilderness in the country to spend time with bureaucrats I'd rather not spend time with. No, I came to experience the land. Last night, it was so cold. I slept under a pile of 40 blankets under the Great Grizzly.
40 blankets?
When I woke up in the morning, there was 5 inches of snow on my blankets that had fallen during the night. I slept amongst the pines and silver firs in the Sierra solitude. I passed one of the pleasantest nights in my life. It was so reviving to be so close to nature in this magnificent forest. John and I talked about it, and I agree. This valley is special and should be protected so that generations
down,
can
there's more shade now.
experience what I did.
I know what you mean, sir. Sometimes during the summer, I like to sit out under the giant sequoia trees and just listen to the sounds of the forest all around me.
Nothing else like it, my boy. Ah, nature. Bully! But unfortunately, duty calls. Come along, John. I have to get back to being President of the United States. At least I still have a few hours before I have to get back to those bureaucrats, eh?
Oh, sir! There's some men coming. They look like buffalo soldiers.
Oh, come along, John. Let's get out of here.
Goodbye, Mr. President!
Bully!
Can you imagine camping at Glacier Point with the President of the United States? What a thrill. You know, there's a really cool photo of Roosevelt and John Muir on the overhanging rock, which drops about 3,200 feet onto the valley floor. Thanks. It was taken the morning that they woke up with those 5 inches of snow on Roosevelt's blankets. Muir and President Roosevelt actually formed a lifelong friendship during those days in Yosemite. In fact, Roosevelt wrote Muir years later saying, "Oh, I do wish I were with you again under those sequoia trees, or passing the nights out under the silver stars. Bullet!" And Roosevelt's support and belief in the preservation of Yosemite encouraged Muir to push the government to rescind the state grant and instead put all of the land under federal law, which happened in 1906. Thank you, Mr. Muir. Now, when he got back to Washington, the president decided that he would... Do you know who that is, Taylor? That's Ansel Adams. Famous photographer. He took some of the most famous photos of Yosemite that we have today. Mr. Adams? Hello, Mr. Adams.
Yes,
What are you doing?
taking pictures. Or trying to, at least. No. No. No! This won't do! Will it?
What's wrong?
The light.
What's wrong with the light?
What's wrong with the light? It should be right in, 14 minutes. Wait. No. 9 minutes. Yes. 11 minutes.
What's wrong with it right now?
It's too, it should be more, it just isn't right. Not yet. And not for another 11 minutes.
Well, it seems fine to me. It's bright enough. I can see everything.
My friend, it's not just about being able to see everything. It's about light and shadow, line and shape, focus and depth, framing, contrast, subject. Taking a photograph is more than just aiming and shooting. Think of the motion, for example. Before us, we see a beautiful scene, alive with movement. But on the film, there is no movement. So, we have to capture the impression of motion by catching the fluttering leaves or the swaying branch at just the right arc so that we can imagine where they are going.
So we can tell that the leaves are moving in the breeze?
Exactly. Or think about the light, which will be perfect in 5 minutes. When we look through the lens, we see a beautiful array of colors. Green leaves, brown bark, blue sky. But on black and white film, we lose the color and we are left with contrast only. Everything is gray.
So we need to think about how light or dark things are, and not about their color?
Yes. And there are other things to consider. Shadows, depth of field, framing.
That's a lot.
Well, look at what I'm photographing. It's the bridal veil, not the bridal party. We have to do it justice. I want the entire world to see these photos and know the grandeur of Yosemite. These pictures are not just art. Well, they are art, but they're also history. The only face of Yosemite that many people will ever see.
Oh, I've never thought of it like that.
Yes, now, I just need a few more minutes for the light and, whoop. Yes! Oh my! Outstanding! I have a new idea. Yosemite and its visitors, a study of man and nature. And you shall be my first subject. Right over this way, please. Come over here, right next to the waterfall. All right, stand so everybody can see you. All right, put your hand on your hip for me. The other hip. The other hip. There you go. Now, smile for me. A little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. Look serious then. There. That's it. All right. Now
I guess I adequately filled Ranger Fred's shoes, I hope.
Yes.
Bit of rangering I have to do here. If you could stop recording, that would be awesome. You're actually not allowed.
Set, go.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on, we just practiced for a while.
We're on show.